Paving this shit crank.
I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
All right, y'all, and last but not least, on a serious note, well, it's all serious, but I want to get into this, the rash of violence that's been committed against Asians, and in particular in Georgia, Robert Aaron Long, 21-year-old white male, was arrested for killing 8 people in an Asian spa.
So this is defense. It's not a hate crime.
Yeah.
I have a sex addiction.
Okay.
I equate the sex addiction with these Asian spas.
Right.
So I went in there and killed those people because of my sex addiction. Has nothing to do that I read white supremacy. I look like a white supremacist. I use white supremacist weaponry.
Right.
And I have that ideology. That has nothing to do with it. It don't have nothing to do about this recent rash of attacks against Asians. It has nothing to do with the president calling it Kung flu and wonton flu.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the China virus. That don't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So Bill Maher on his show, his whole defense, well, his roommate said it was because of his sex addiction. It had nothing to do with him being a white male. Now, bitch, it have everything to do with him being a white male. The fact that he went and he killed Asians with all the shit going on in the country, that tells you everything you need to know.
And let me put this in there while Shannon elaborates that, quote unquote, they have said to be that Asians is the one who came with the corona, right?
Yeah, that's what it. This is one-time flu, Kung flu.
Right. Yeah. So it's an underlying.
Well, this your president. This the rhetoric that he's doing to his supporters, who are mostly white supremacists.
Yeah.
They say you can't be mad at the Trump support. Why are they white supremacists? This how they feel.
Right.
You can't say, well, the man policies is all tied to being a racist prick. Okay? We'll just tell the truth, shame the devil.
Yeah.
Calling it one thing and calling it something else, that ain't doing shit for it. Look, this what it is, man. This little white supremacist white boy went out with his rifle and his guns and murdered these people because you sick in your fucking head behind rhetoric, the same shit that happened at the Capitol. That same bum rush of the Capitol behind the words of y'all fucking authoritarian president, y'all king, is what motivated you to do this shit, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And calling it something else, you know what I'm saying? You just a fucking liar.
Because I pose this to you. Had that been a 21-year-old black male or a non-white male, would it have been considered a hate crime?
They wouldn't even thought of it like that. They couldn't have thought of it like that because they would only equate it to this nigga that went crazy.
Right.
But then what beats all, the end all beats all, which I'm not surprised that this is his defense from the jump. Did you see the sheriff that came out with him? What is it, Chickasaw County? What is it?
No, it's Chick County. Just Chick.
Right, Chick County, right?
Yeah, he said he had a bad day.
The man had a bad day. Oh, he was at his ropes in, man. He had a bad... Look, you have a bad game, you might run the light. You might cuss a motherfucker out. You might even get in a fight. That's a bad day.
Right.
This motherfucker killed 8 motherfuckers. And this about narrative. This about them looking at him and try to demonize him, trying to take all the guilt away from him, trying to make him a human being. After him the victim.
Yeah, him the victim.
After he just killed 8 people.
But he mentally
he killed 8
he was
fucking
mentally
people,
having
man.
a bad day.
Right.
Have a little empathy for him, you know what I'm saying?
That's basically what you saying. Now on that note, imagine if it was a nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
Goddamn sheriff get on that man, this son of a bitch, then went out and killed 8 human beings. We should show him no mercy, death penalty, capital murder.
My thing is, y'all arrested him the next morning at 8:30. If that had been a black man, he might not have made it that night.
Oh, you might have died.
Right.
It's just like that white boy that walked into that church, killed the pastor and all them people praying,
right?
And y'all took him to Burger King. This nigga might have got Root Chris. You know what I'm saying? They might, how you like your steak?
And it just goes back to, like we said, man, it is a definite double standard with these laws.
Oh, it's a triple standard. Like I said, had them motherfuckers at the Capitol had been a goddamn black people, 5,000 black people would have stormed the Capitol. You just seen nothing but bodies laid out. Okay, when they almost storming those police, y'all fighting them, right? I'm watching the police fight them, right?
Yeah.
Why ain't nobody just shoot one of these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
You gonna hit the law? Let a nigga hit the law.
Right.
You in a mass group and y'all all fighting the law and one of y'all hit him. It could have been a black law you hit.
That's
that
why
black law would have sprayed your ass. All you niggas would have been laid the fuck out.
So let me say this to you, Asian community. I feel for you. I hope the stuff get better, but welcome to the back of the bus.
But now,
Join us.
Y'all been treating niggas like shit y'all goddamn self.
You know
Ain't
what
none
I'm
of y'all
saying?
march with Martin Luther King. Y'all ain't got no, nothing like that. We'll fight for your rights. You won't even fight for them. So what I've been seeing on, goddamn, how many times we going through the door? I'm gonna have to cut that part out.
Right.
I mean, we just in and out this motherfucker, man. Goddamn. I'll cut this part.
Yeah. But
Anyway, like I'm saying, right? Y'all never marched with the civil rights movement. That's one. Two, you know what I'm saying? Y'all treat niggas like shit when they come in y'all store to spend money with y'all, because we won't spend money with ourselves for goddamn sure. You come to our neighborhood, we spend money with you. Money you get from the government because you a fucking immigrant. Y'all know how to stick together, so y'all build wealth together. The shit hits y'all neighborhood at least 6 times before it go outside of y'all neighborhood, which makes y'all some smart motherfuckers.
yeah.
And our dumb ass not on that level, because we'll march for somebody else. We won't stick together. We won't spend our money with each other. With all that being said, even though there's tension between our community, I don't feel like y'all should be getting these white supremacists tearing into y'all motherfucking
these
ass
violent acts they
and
committing.
knocking y'all out like this shit cool. This shit ain't cool. You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree. And you know, I said we're gonna always check back with y'all since we kind of in the same ballpark. I wanted to bring up. Me and Shannon talked about this Derek Chauvin dude.
Right.
So they gave George Floyd's family $27 million, but dude still just going to trial. So is that like a payout?
Well, now, I mean, it's just like with the Deshaun shit, right?
Right.
That's the civil part of it.
Okay.
So that's civil settle out of court right there. With him, it's a criminal case. The state defends that,
Right.
right? My whole thing is I think the whole country gonna burn if they don't convict this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't think the wounded here is something we didn't forgot as a community?
I mean, I think in certain cases, maybe yeah.
Yeah, because
But I think this is like Simi Valley.
the Milwaukee
if they'll
dude
quit
is-
him, if they'll quit him, well, man, Milwaukee dude's still alive.
Yeah.
You know, George Floyd, that was all over. Like, this some shit the whole world couldn't take. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't just us. So people watching. So it's gonna be on the news. You can't avoid it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they try to do when they want to control your thoughts.
Right.
You know, they want you mad at Trump, they show all this Trump shit.
Yeah.
You know, they want you mad at Biden, they show, like they criticizing Biden behind the shit that's going on at the border. They throwing that shit out there every day.
Yeah,
It's
for
a
sure.
news story. If they don't want you mad at Biden, they don't talk about it. They controlling your thoughts. You got to think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even with the Deshaun shit, you got to think for yourself. Because this all is a motherfucking setup.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So with the Asians, they damn near tell you, oh, they attacking all these Asians. And then the attacks on Asians increases.
Right.
It don't decrease.
It increases.
It's just like George Bush. George Bush come on TV with crack in his hand. Ronald Reagan with crack in his hand. This is crack. This is a cheap, illegal drug, form of cocaine.
Well,
you
if
ain't
that
got
ain't,
to
look,
spend.
if that ain't commercial
Man,
selling it,
I'm making
what
a
is it?
commercial for it.
Right.
Look, this rock cocaine is way cheaper than cocaine, but it gets you higher.
We got it. Come and get it.
I mean, basically, don't ever fuck with this.
Unless you buy it from me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, even though they made all them PSA, they was the one behind it. You know what I'm saying? And they got off scot-free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
George W. Bush, who's that Negro they always love? Colin Powell.
Yeah.
You know, Schwarzkopf. These are war criminals. They've murdered millions of Iraqi people for no reason on earth. They just murdered them. I mean, these are war criminals. You think, I don't think Donald Trump worse than them. Only reason you think Donald Trump's worse than him because he's saying it right to your face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how they feel, and they go out and they do that.
Like I said, if you got two pigs and one got Borex in their hair and lipstick on, a little prettier, but they both pigs.
Right. Just like this little boy in Milwaukee. Remember when Milwaukee riots was going on?
Yeah.
He had the rifle, he killed,
Yeah,
what, 2-3 people, right?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing, that story done went away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
A nigga shoot a gun, shit, your story going on forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they criminalize, they demonize you. Case in point, right? Trayvon Martin is the one that got killed. Oh, he had on the hoodie, he looked menacing. He was 15, 16 years old.
How do you look menacing?
You just scary. You just scared than a bitch. Because it's my dark skin that makes me menacing, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what they call bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I was scared. I had to kill him. And they always get because they scared. Mike Brown, menacing.
That's your guilty conscience because you know you done did so much
And the
fucked
man
up
ain't
shit.
have no gun at all. But this dude, was at the end of this rope, he had a bad day. Did he feel like he was any kind of way apologetic or sorry?
Yeah.
Well, it's not for me to determine. I just know he's a white male
So-
and I got to protect him.
So a skinhead with a bald head, a big beard, and a swastika on his arm, that ain't menacing.
Not to them. It looked like my brother.
Right. I mean, it's funny, but it's true.
But the thing is this, you have several things in one family.
Yeah.
And it's acceptable because that ain't nothing but Rodney.
Right.
That ain't nothing but Rodney, so everybody accept that.
Right.
So Rodney like this, such and such like this,
Yeah.
and I'm like this.
Right.
But we all still family.
Right.
But when we looking at it, man, this racist some of them a bitch.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Hey. Because he wants to make America great. That doesn't make him racist.
Like me. So what he's basically saying, me being 6'3" with a beard and got some weight on me, some would say I'm menacing, right?
Yeah, they would think that. If they didn't know you,
Yeah,
they would think, you know what I'm saying?
I can't put no hood, no scully hat on.
I definitely can't. I'm too
Yeah,
dark. See,
yeah, right.
Lighter you are, maybe
Yeah.
he might be all right.
But I can't
My
have no
black
scully
hair,
hat on or no hood or nothing
I
like
done
that.
already got the shit beat out of me by laws twice. Once, well, I've told the stories.
Yeah.
But look, that's what I'm saying. The intimidation factor, but you one of their own people, just like at the Capitol. Oh, Ron Johnson, a goddamn senator. Ron Johnson, he says, now, you know, he knew that the people that was coming to the Capitol were Americans that loved America.
Right.
Had that have been Black Lives Matter, I might have been a little concerned. This nigga said that.
Yeah, for sure.
This nigga said that, man.
For sure.
Like, I'd have been scared if it was a bunch of niggas, a bunch of white folks.
Yeah,
Who would have thought they did that? And what did they really do?
they're not.
Even though 5 people did.
They're not
See, they
medicine.
always make a excuse.
They're a
This
good
man done
group of
killed
people.
8 motherfuckers, dog. They all Asian, but he says it's a sex addiction. So motherfuckers come out their mouth, well, maybe it's not what you think it is. You just saying that, bro. Because y'all always want to give these motherfuckers an excuse. Yeah, the excuse is, guess what? They hate Asians due to what Trump was saying in his rhetoric. This is the result of it. No one was doing nothing about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't have leaders. Y'all just have people in there that's entitled and they want to take care of themselves and keep those positions. And that's all that shit is about.
Yeah, so Asian community, let us say this though. We're not advocating, we're riding with y'all. We hate to see this going on in y'all community, although we've been dealing with it for generations.
Yeah, well, hey, welcome to our boat.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm
So,
saying? But not that y'all hadn't been discriminated against. Y'all just don't respond the way we do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because y'all have a bigger and stronger community that we don't have. We don't have that community.
No.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't
And
each
being
one
that-
teach one like
right,
we
right,
should.
right, like we should. But it's more prevalent than it's not. But I will say this, right? So, you know, I seen this little black dude, right?
Yeah.
When he got out, he was frowning up at me. And I'm not even thinking he could have been going through some shit with his old lady. I took it personal.
Right,
So I'm frowned up and tensed up on him, right?
right.
Long story short, 10 minutes later, we're in there laughing and talking. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's that first mind, right? That
Yeah.
first perception, right? That's embedded. That's conditioning. That's what the media makes us a threat, that we even feel like we're a threat to our own self. You see what I'm saying?
Before we get out of here, let me ask you this. Do you think charges will be brought against Robert Aaron Long?
Oh no, he got charged already. No. He going to jail and everything. Yeah,
so
he
it
gonna
won't
pay.
it won't be sent him to the psychiatric house.
No, it's capital murder.
Okay.
It's capital murder. He can't get out of that. Not in Georgia. Even with all them rednecks, he can't get out of that.
Can't get out of that,
Can't
right?
get out of that one. However, he might get mercy. Like, let's see what's gonna happen to those dudes. What's the little dude name that they killed? The father and son? You remember the father, Ahmaud Arbery?
Ahmaud Arbery.
Let's see what happens in that case. If anything, because remember, first of all, one of them recused himself. The other one, you know what I'm saying, said he didn't find sufficient evidence for a charge in this, and it's capital fucking murder. The man was hunted and murdered.
Jogging in his neighborhood.
You know, I mean, don't matter if you was jogging in a whole nother neighborhood. What I got? I ain't did shit. You deserve to murder me because I want to jog and look through here?
Well, you look menacing. You look like you don't belong over here.
Oh, man, come on, bro.
You know, I live here in this neighborhood all these years. I've never seen you before, so.
That you know everybody in the neighborhood. I pray to God y'all don't never fuck with me like that. I'm praying for y'all, not for me. Like, I'm praying for y'all. You know, if y'all ever fuck with me like that, it's just, I feel sorry for you. I mean, I'm telling you, as you know, this is just how I feel. I wouldn't fuck with me. You know, I think a nigga rather beat the shit out of his own mama than to come fuck with me. But that's my thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
but
sure.
I don't suggest it. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? These white supremacists and all that. This is my last thought on the whole subject. Then I want to say one little piece at the end.
Okay.
My whole thought on the entire subject is, where are the black Muslims? Where are these militia groups? Where are the people who take care of and so much care for the black community, NAACP? Y'all only want to march. Y'all only want to give a legal fund. I'm talking about why we ain't busting the heads of those who busting the head. Why is, you know what I'm saying, what's the little, George Zimmerman, why is he still alive?
Right.
He is. And he's heralded. He's celebrated. You see what I'm saying? They were laughing when he was found not guilty.
Yeah.
So what do y'all do, man? Y'all full of shit. I don't want to hear no more from none of these militant groups, or I feel like y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Big Texas, you ain't did shit neither. All y'all is a bunch of good talk. Ain't nobody gonna do something when you got a big strap and you standing right there. Go get them if that's what you about. You about that life. You ain't about that life. You bullshit. All of it. Black Muslim, unless y'all got something, Black Panther Party, new Black Panther Party, y'all ain't done shit. Go do something. Then y'all might get somebody to join that shit. Until then, guess what? I ain't fucking with that shit.
Real talk.
I mean, shit.
So go ahead and end it, man. You said you
Okay,
wanted to get
now I just
something
wanted to tell y'all this because I had a little discussion and I just want y'all to understand something about, you know, a brother like Frederick Douglass, as I told you.
Yeah.
Frederick Douglass, you know, one of the greatest African American that this country has ever known. Not a Martin Luther King, not a Malcolm X, not a Elijah Muhammad. It was Frederick Douglass that got you free the slaves, right?
Not Lincoln.
Not Lincoln. He's the one that influenced Lincoln. He pretty much wrote the Emancipation Proclamation. Now, they never backed that up. If you look at that proclamation, there's still a lot of shit niggas ain't never seen. You know, from your 40 acres to a mule to, you know what I'm saying, full citizenship to taking that bullshit out of the Constitution. But Frederick Douglass, not only in his speeches, the way that he spoke, he's a runaway slave, got his freedom, came out, and the one knock on him that people would say is a knock on him, he married a white woman. Well, shame on you, Frederick Douglass. You son of a bitch. But he freed you, though. Yeah. Without him, there's no free nigga. We still be in somebody's cotton field or factory or whatever the fuck. Or we'd all be dead up. Guess what? Sometimes maybe you ought to rather be dead. You know what I'm saying? And they say, oh, that's good for you to say you ain't have that whip on your ass. I'm pretty sure I was that nigga that we was talking about at first, that they'd have grabbed and split and part, they'd have done that to me.
Right, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? Because it been done to me at other jobs when I worked on the plantation on jobs.
That's what I just want to say.
I was the nigga that they sacrificed every time.
We still going to a modernized plantation, and real niggas know what I'm talking about.
Well, I ain't. I work for me. You know what I'm saying? Get on my level, nigga.
Right.
Bet that.
Bet that.